Most of the time you interact with Dropbox using this icon and its drop-down window. If you click the folder, it will take you to your Dropbox on your computer. Eventually, of course, you'll fill this up with your stuff. But here, there are just 2 folders, both of which are shared with Tara Institute. This folder called Project is the project folder for a particular task. In it, you will find the necessary sound files, associated cheat sheets and instructions you might need, and the template which you will use to type the transcript onto. This folder here has a little padlock, which means it's locked. Now all that means is that you can't pull the files out of the folder. You can still use Express Scribe to load these files, to play them. You can still use Word to read these files and to save them onto your computer. The only thing you can't do is drag them out of this folder. And this is done to ensure that everyone will always have access to all of those files. Leave that open for a minute. The other way you interact with Dropbox is by pressing this button here, which is opens up Dropbox.com. Now this is the basic website which stores all of your Dropbox information. Here again you can see the same folders, and if we open up Project Training, you'll see the same folders inside there as well. You notice along here, these dots here, these indicate the people who are sharing that same folder. If we go back to your entire Dropbox, you'll see that these sound files of teachings have got a large number of people sharing them. That's because those files are concerned with the weekly transcripts. The second thing you'll notice is this bar along the top. Now this is a series of very small worksheets which will take you through the features of Dropbox. This appears when you first sign up with Dropbox, and you gradually work through them, and when you've got through them, then this particular bar will disappear. In the meantime, you can minimize it. The other thing that you can do through here is to upload, to create new folders, and you can share folders with family and so on. And in fact, this is explained in these Dropbox Mastery little tutorials, and also through the wonderful help files down here. This is the section with your account information, and under settings you can change your name, you can change your email, you can change your password, and you can also check how much of your Dropbox you're using up. Here you can see that their shared folders are taking up this amount of space. Now it may be that you will end up with a lot of shared folders taking up a lot of your space, in which case you'll need to change how Dropbox syncs its folders and files, and that's quite easy to do too. So we go back to, I'll just close that off. We go back to our drop-down panel, and we come down here to the gear lever and come down here to Preferences, and within Preferences, if we go to our account, we can change the settings, and here we'll see the same 2 folders. If we click that, you can see you've got the folders inside it. If we click that, you can see you've got the folders there. Now sound files usually take up most of the, sound files are very memory intensive. So if you could actually take off those 2 sound files and not synchronize those sound files and have these ones still synchronizing. Alternatively, you could take off the complete sound files folder because you don't need it, update it, and you'll see it's disappeared from your Dropbox on your computer. The link will be there, and if you want to go back and retrieve it, you can just go back and click that and update it, and the files will be returned. Although you'll notice here you've got ticks and here you've got a blue. Those ticks means that the folders have actually and files have actually been downloaded onto your computer. This blue line symbol here refers to the fact that the files are now resynchronizing and the files are now going back onto your computer. If you go back up here, you'll see it's talking about, explains how many files there are to go and how long it will take to do it. let's just stop that for a minute and explain one more thing. Some people find it very annoying that Dropbox opens up every time they start their computer. And again, you can solve that problem by going to the preferences. In preferences, if you go general, you can see here one of the tick boxes is to start Dropbox on startup. So all that would mean is that whenever you start your computer, it starts up Dropbox. Alternatively, you could do that, in which case Dropbox would not start up when your computer does. And then if you needed to access it, you would need to go to your applications and then find the Dropbox in your applications, tick that and launch it as you would any other application. If you do all of those things using these preferences, then you might find that you're the master of Dropbox rather than being ruled by it.